So, Seops comp is a topic that's often talked about, and I thought, why not give my 2 cents on it right here? I'm playing on Smurf because I want this Smurf to be higher up. I want to play with skins again while I'm playing with friends, so I guess we're playing here now. Yeah, quick diffuse criminal and all that. PHiNiX typical hypocrite, you know how it goes. Oh my fucking god. I've been in queue for, I'm not even kidding, 30 minutes. I did laundry, I worked out, what the fuck? Oh my all of that for Legacy, bro. What the, how the fuck did he get there? Hello? Interesting pre-fire there. And my team is fucking throwing big time, like holy fucking shit. When all the competitive scene is doing for you... Okay. This guy! Yeah, I don't know if I want to surrender, like, I'm pretty sure that one of them is cheating, and I wouldn't mind getting that on video. Do I have 3 guys disconnected? Like, this the other guy was AFK. He's disconnected, he's disconnected. Nice. I'm gonna fucking jump off a bridge. Like, they are so shit. Like, they are actually winnable. That's the annoying thing. They're probably cheating, but it's also winnable. Like, they're so ass. Bro, f you. Bro, I swear to God, I hate these players so much. Glass was B. What the fuck are you looking at? Your bomb's B. Everything's B, bro. No idea how I got that. Bro, I read him perfectly. Bad aim, bad aim. Yeah, I'm playing 1v5 ranked and they're probably cheating as well, man. So the first game was fucking horrible, and I tried to win it on my own, and we still lose. So you probably just saw a bunch of highlights from the first game, and we're going into the second game, actually talking about what I wanted to talk about. Shorter queue, let's see how it goes. Maybe we get a map that's actually fun, maybe we get enemies that aren't... Why must you make me suffer? Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is the whole Seops comp thing, because I have my 2 cents on it, and I think my opinion in that regard kind of differs from the common consensus. Therefore, I thought I would share. What bothers me, first of all, the framing when it comes to, you know, Seops comp scene. Like, many people, including people that actually play comp, frame it in a way where, of course, comp isn't relevant because there are low price pools. I really don't like that framing because I think it's the other way around. Of course, if you see like headlines that say, oh, COD Mobile hosted $1 million tournament, like, you're more likely to check that out as like a casual viewer, right? But it's not like organic. Nice. It's not like organic growth. Like, you're not gonna get like true fans of competitive because you had a tournament with a big prize pool. Like, I think it's much healthier if competitive actually grows with the game rather than getting this cash injection early on and then just piggybacking off of the crowd that kind of just cares about the financial aspects of it, as well as the financial aspects of getting baited, of course. We will get there in a second, though, like how that all fits together with prize pools and relevance and all that stuff. What bothers me personally about Seops comp is that there's like so many moving parts, but it's not the good kind. Like, I'm a fan of competitive, right? I've watched CS ever since like 2014, 2013, when that whole Kenny S hype thing started. I kept watching because there was rivalry. There was this whole thing with G2 and North at that point, where they really didn't like each other, and that kind of spilled into the matches. I also, outside of esports, I also watch normal sports, where, you know, rivalry and derbies are like the best thing about it. You know? Like, I think fans kind of get infatuated with the comp product because of storylines, because of personalities. And I think the old Seops comp with Angel and Bates and Joker, you know, I think that kind of showed that as well, that Seops comp worked back when that was the case, when there were personalities. Like people, I liked Angel, for example. I thought he was insanely cool as a player. I liked his content, so I just kind of followed him around from team to team as a fan, right? I liked Kings, I liked Vision Gaming, I liked Dynasty. Dynasty was before that. Was at like Elevate, was at like D2R, and I kind of liked those teams as a result of it. I don't really know how that would have looked if it was like Modern Comp, and Angel would have been in like 45 teams across 2 years rather than like 5. So that's the thing. Then okay, we are doing things. We're cooking. Like I think that's just missing in modern comp. Like I don't really think there are that many like personalities in comp where you're like, okay, I really like this guy, therefore I'm gonna watch comp, right? Or like follow this guy around wherever he goes, which I think exists in other games. I like Robs, for example. Really liked when he joined Vitality, but we'll get into better examples in a second as well. So when I'm thinking of like 2025, as far as like competitive, like esports in general, not really Seops, but like esports in general, looked in 2025. I'm thinking, you know, like TENS left Sentinels in like late 2024. So the question 2025 was, okay, can they like rebuild? Can they recover from that? Can they do all of that stuff? And people tuned in because they wanted to see that. Then Molodoy joining Furia as like a, I think, academy player from Kazakhstan, joining a Brazilian team, definitely out of the norm. Brazil always commonly with the teams that are Brazilian exclusively, pretty much. So that's interesting. Also, him being like super young and just kind of making it to, I think it was like 6th on HLTV. Like that was interesting, right? And if you're watching CS, I think you're tuning into that because it's cool. What else happened? The whole Monacy, Nico, Falcons thing. Like, Nico joining Falcons, Monacy and Nico having this, like, weird brother, bromance, everything at G2, and then it was kind of matter of time until Monacy... Oh, shit. I didn't see that. Until Monacy follows him to Falcons. That's kind of the thing that happened in 25. Also, holy shit, Donk's break at year 24, and it was always like up. Like, okay, was this like a fluke? Can he keep this up long term, this performance? And the answer is yes, holy shit. Then, especially for me, the Vitality thing, having had like one of the most promising rosters for like years, but it always felt like there was one puzzle piece missing. Then Robs joins, that puzzle piece seems to be found, and Vitality has probably the most dominant run of like modern CS. Like, I think you can only... Nah, no way. I think you can only really compare it to Astralis. When it comes to that. Obviously Astralis is happening at a way different time, but... so that happened. So minus Spinks plus Robs in Vitality. And, you know, like, people tune into that, because it's exciting. But it's not just, like, the stuff that happens in comp, it's also, like, comp-adjacent stuff. If I'm thinking 2025, there was this thing with Stewie2K scamming that skin trader guy. There was the whole inappropriate behavior with Maniac. Like, that's the type of stuff that gets people talking about a game and about a comp scene. And those things can be negative. But if it's all negative, that, like... spills from comp into like the casual audience, or even in the audience, or like in the internet in general, that is not as involved with CS. Like, you're not gonna watch a product if the first thing that you hear is something negative, probably. Like, you might like hate watch it, or like just check it out of curiosity, but you're not gonna become a fan most likely, unless the product itself really slaps. So there's that. Then something slightly more positive, there was the whole No-Cries situation where like people on Faceit said he was hacking. Then he got invited to Faceit HQ, streamed from there, was still dropping insane numbers, and now he has like offers from competitive supposedly. So there's stuff like that, and like that gets people interested in No-Cries, in CS as a product, in Faceit, in competitive. Like all of these things are related. But Seops doesn't really have that, I feel. Like, I'm, like, close to the community, in the sense that, like, I create content, I'm involved with the devs, with the future of the game. but like there's like very rarely something positive that I hear out of comp. Not really because I'm nitpicking for something negative. Like I love to just enjoy COPS comp, right? I can't though, because it's like kind of. Are we? This is painful. This match is. Bro, is he not still on the right with his XD? Never mind. Oh my god. Anyway, so like all of the stuff that I hear out of COPS just doesn't feel like it doesn't get me to watch the product. I feel like all that I hear is like new team here, roster change there, very frequent roster changes as well, players getting banned, players getting unbanned, whatever the hell. Like it's very rarely like I don't remember when I've last seen like a highlight clip of COPS comp like shared around. That was probably like 2019 or like whenever that Star Player 1 grounded clip was. Like that was the last like big clip that I remember everyone sharing because it was cool. Or like the XC Plaza flush, but I think that was even earlier. Like that just doesn't happen anymore, and it's kind of strange. Like why is comp only known for the bad stuff? Like to the community. Like comp should be at the forefront of cool shit, not like the. Actually, by the way, comp is shit, but like we kind of have cool players as well. Like no, it should be the other way around. That's not nice. And I'm not even gonna pretend like the game doesn't have anything to do with it, right? Like I enjoy the game itself a lot less in recent years than I used to. But like I'm not gonna pretend that's not a part of it. But I think comp can work detached from the game if the comp scene like holds together and actually contributes. You know, like I don't feel that's happening. Like, of course, I as a fan have different objectives when I'm watching comp from like a sponsor or an organizer, right? Like, imagine you're organizing a tournament right now, and it's happening with the current teams, of course. So it's always everything is in limbo constantly. Like you're hosting a tournament, the signups are closed, and then suddenly like two teams change players, or one roster entirely drops out and they have the team gets like a new roster, or there is I don't know, like one team plays with a stand-in or whatever have you. Like these things happen so often in COPS that we have like our own system to manage like which teams can qualify for what like credits or points. I don't even know what they're called. Like, how am I supposed to become, like, a fan of a team? I go on vacation for, like, 2 weeks, and suddenly the entire team is different. Like, that's not how, like, being a fan of something works. And it's not even just, like, where COPS is right now. Like, imagine where it could go. Like, imagine you're not just hosting, like, an online tournament. Imagine you're, like, hosting a LAN. With the current teams. Bro, can the guy just get the bomb and go away, bro? Like, imagine you're not just hosting, like, an online tournament. You're actually hosting a LAN. Like, there's so much stuff involved all of a sudden. You got, like, a venue, you got flights, you got hotels, maybe. You're paying for broadcast talent and other stuff. Like, there's so many moving parts. And, like, proper companies don't really like when all of that is in limbo. And it's all like, okay, yeah, maybe we can just play the tournament as normal. Or maybe 15 teams drop fucking out in the last minute. Like, that's not good. Like, CF has been putting up with that for the longest time, even thought of a system that kind of manages that. Rather than just saying, like, if, I'm gonna say it right now, like, if I was the guy in charge of, like, maintaining comp, I would start of the year, force everyone to lock in their rosters, and then you can only have roster changes for very specific reasons, and, like, a limited amount as well. Like, the same way that in football there's, like, transfer windows. Like, I think if you're just constantly switching teams from the perspective of, okay, who's the best, like, in form right now or whatever, like, it doesn't feel like you're actually, like, building something. It doesn't feel like you're actually building something when you're, like, creating a team. It more feels like, okay, we're just putting those players that are, like, performing well anyway, we're just putting those together right now. And another thing that I don't think helps, prize pools come from sponsors, right? Like Valve, aside from Valve, really, there is no, like, even Valve now, actually, if I think about it. It doesn't really happen that a developer just goes, hey, by the way, we just randomly found, like, a ton of money laying around, do you just want to have it, and we just make a tournament. Like, that just doesn't happen. It's usually all based on sponsors. So, the thing with sponsors is, they really want to know what they're gonna get if they decide to put their name out there, which is first of all difficult with mobile gaming having a pretty young audience, not as much purchasing power as like maybe a PC game. That's an issue. And then what? How is that not a headshot? So there's that. There's that low purchasing power, not as sponsor relevant. And then there's also the fact that, you know, like, sponsors don't really like when something negative is bound to go down at the event that they are sponsoring, right? Like, it could be cool for a sponsor. Like, say you're like making headphones, and it's cool if you're going like, okay, yeah, this tournament, like, they're using our headphones, or we are on the broadcast somewhere, or whatever the fuck. If the tournament just goes off without a hitch, then that's cool. But if it's perfectly possible that, like, right after the tournament starts, it turns out one of the players gets banned, or something like that. Like, if that's always possible, then that's not really that cool for organizers. I'm not saying that that's... What the fuck is that hit marker? I'm not saying that's, like, the primary factor, but that's definitely something that contributes, I feel. So what I was saying was, COP's not really good for orgs, not really good for sponsors, because it's not very stable on a comp level. And another thing that I feel doesn't really help comp is that it doesn't really have it has a pretty bad name with devs in its current condition. Like, this is not official info, of course. Like, I talk to devs, it's not a secret, but comp is not the thing that I focus on, right? Like, we talk about a bunch of stuff, but not competitive. So I couldn't really tell you anything about that. From what it looks like to the outside, comp players have always been involved in cheating, in marketplace abuse, stuff like that. And I'm kind of guessing that devs probably wouldn't like that too much. Can this guy T-spawn go, bro? What the fuck are you waiting for? I am sorry, off topic as fuck, right? But I spent 30 minutes in queue, played the first game, with griefers against probably hackers, try to carry it and fucking lose regardless, and then I get this match with baiting retards on my team, and enemies that are like, they aren't even good. And I get to play on fucking Sweden even though no one in the room is from fucking Sweden. Thank you so much. So, what I was trying to say was, this is no official information what I'm about to say, but I don't think the comp scene is very popular with the devs, for very obvious reasons. Comp players are always kind of involved with marketplace abuse, with cheating, or at least it happened in the past. I'm not saying it's all comp players, but it's definitely a few people. And even those bad apples are probably enough to make the devs not want to invest into competitive that much, because, like, if you have the chance to invest into something or to put money down, like, you're not going to give it to the people that are already actively ruining your integrity, right? Like, I don't think that aspect of it helps. And I don't really understand why that's happening to begin with. Like, I'm only, like, comp adjacent, right? Like, I don't compete. I'm not part of any team. I'm not a fan of comp. I don't watch comp in its current condition. Regardless of that, I know a few people who play comp. I know a few people who used to play comp. And I have a pretty good understanding of how many people are suspected to cheat within comp, are actively partying, or at the very least friends with hackers. And I think that's just wrong. Like, it doesn't help anyone's case to have that be the status quo. Because I feel it shatters trust from the developers. And also, like, as far as feedback is concerned, like, if you have a comp scene that you know are very dedicated towards improving the game and actually bringing stuff up that is important, it's a whole entirely different base compared to why am I alone on B and no one's holding mid even, compared to when you have a comp scene where, you know they are close to hackers and those that actively break the game. Many of them are involved with ghosting. Many of them are involved with marketplace abuse, utilizing region-specific pricing to give you even less money, simultaneously with complaining that there is no money in prize pools. Like, that's all stuff that I find strange, and that I think shatters trust, and that I think should not be happening when you're expecting the devs to effectively make your bed for you. Because other games have a comp scene first, and then the comp as a product grows around that. If CF wants to invest in into competitive, it's very difficult for them to justify it. When comp works with the devs, you can still go, hey, like our money is going to people who support us. While with COPS, I have my doubts over this being the case in the current moment. Like, yeah, there are people within competitive who put their own money down even, which I will never understand, but like, great that you're doing it. Who are actively like coding Discord bots, doing other stuff, helping in organizing tournaments. Like, you have all of these people, and I think they deserve better than like 5 roster changes a month and like constant beef and fucking hackers and whatever the fuck else comp is dealing with. That's just what I wanted to get off my head, because I haven't really seen anyone put it together in that way. Like, it always feels talking about comp leads to either comp bashing or death bashing. Like, it's never acknowledging that, okay, there is like a middle ground here. There is like in some aspects the devs may be at fault or could do better. In other, thanks for that flash. In other aspects, very much comp players not behaving and not cooperating. Like, I think both sides can be true. Like, this is not mutually exclusive. You don't have to find like one wrong in the story. Like, there's no black and white. Can we just like focus on actually fixing the situation rather than like wasting all of our time figuring out who caused it. Be glass, you say. Okay. I'm actually so fucking shit.
On B.
But like, it's very interesting. Like, I have a unique perspective on this, I feel, because like I used to be that guy that hates the devs back in the day. Not like actually, but like the community saw me as that, just for like pushing for change and bringing up stuff that I felt was going wrong. And now I've kind of changed to that person that is glazing the devs, when in reality I didn't change my perspective. Just the whole community did. I shouldn't have got that, but all right. Can he die? Bro's fucking Iron Man. I mean, he's not fucking Iron Man, but like, he's fucking Iron Man. So, like, I will always be on the side of, okay, the community has a point, right? Like, I'm part of the community, and I think we have a point when it comes to some feedback that's given to the devs, in the sense that, hey, like, some things aren't ideal. As I've also brought up in my video, like, 2 days ago, yesterday, I don't know when this will come out, but, like, I just talked about this. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I just talked about one of those aspects, and there's many more, right? Like, I could make like 15 videos on stuff like that, probably. I might not, we will see. That was lucky. WM. I understand the devs in this regard. Not really what they say, because they don't say a lot about this topic, but I understand their actions. Or like, my interpretation of their actions makes sense, in my opinion. There's no right or wrong. What the fuck is that flash? Like, comp isn't doing well by any stretch of the imagination, and devs aren't helping it as much as they could, but simultaneously, the decisions that basically shaped how little or how much they are helping comp, like, I think they are perfectly justifiable. What the f... It's like, I don't know what else to talk about. Let's just talk about this, the rest of this match. And how fucking T-side in Legacy. It's like, we were getting dicked on T-side. Like, I wasn't doing well either. And now on CT it has kinda changed back, because that's just how Legacy works. There's someone close mid, I think. Why did my teammate leave B side though? What the fuck is that? What are you doing? There's mid and glass. And rather than holding mid or glass, he sits down in spawn and holds an angle that they can't get towards because I am holding the fucking cross where they would need to be to go to the point where he's holding. Confusing ass fucking explanation, but what the fuck? Campsites, yeah. I would have loved to, but my teammate fucking abandoned me. Like, we could have held that easily. Or at least both survived and then rotated together. What the fuck does that even mean? You can hold CT from B side, bro. Bro, there's no one here. This guy. Why are you leaving? I just want to die. W trade. Coalition wins. Kill me, fire. No. Bro, this match is fucking torture. Like, if we come back all the way just to then throw it right before we could win, bro. Like, I'm actually gonna be so upset. Hello? Bro. I thought that was a dink, but apparently not. Nice. I'll try to wallbang. Seems same. That's a rotate, I think. No way you're sitting in glass with 4 people just waiting to get wallbanged. Bomb has been planted. No! How is he not dead? No, how does no one check that? Oh, that's horrible. Hi, it's me from the edit. I kind of forgot to record like an outro or something, so just to quickly say it. I wasn't super comfortable mechanically in this match. I'm still in pretty new settings, more on that in the future. Yeah, this is like slightly different kind of content. If you want to see more of that, you know, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, you know how it is. Use code PHiNiX as well. Should have probably said that earlier, but yeah, use code PHiNiX. I get 10% off whatever you buy with code PHiNiX, so do that. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a really nice day, and see ya.